Hey everyone, Wolf Lord Rho here. Well, I'm sure by now most of you have seen the trailer for the next major 40k campaign, The Psychic Awakening. If you haven't, I will put a link to it on YouTube in the description. Do yourself a favour and go check it out, because this is big, promising major changes to the current lore. Good or bad, well, I guess that depends on your opinion. But one thing is for certain, the story is moving forward. Now, what do we know? Well, the warp is awakening, and every race will be affected, making the 13th Black Crusade look small by comparison. Now that's quite a claim, and I will admit, I am always a little nervous anytime big changes are promised in the lore, as I worry about it being a step in the wrong direction. But there is one thing that fills me with no end of excitement no matter what, and that is the possibility of appearances from major characters, arriving or returning or just showing up on the scene. So let's take a look at 3 big lore steps I think may well happen. Number 1, the next step in Ennead's awakening. Now we know that Ennead represents the possible salvation of the Eldar race. Once they have found all 5 of the Crone Swords, only then will he have the power to defeat Slaanesh and manifest. However, I don't think the 5th sword is going to be found yet. No, there's going to be more tragedy for the Eldar race first. Quite what that is, I don't know. We know the craft world Biltan has already been decimated. Could another craft world face annihilation? It would certainly feel like they're getting the short end of the stick right now, but if this really is the perilous event that it's made out to be, then something tragic has got to happen to the Eldar. Only once that has happened do I think the next stage of Ennead's awakening will happen, giving them a light amidst the darkness. Next up, number 2, the next Chaos Demon Primarch will return. Come on, we all knew some Primarch would be on this list somehow. And with the Warp awakening and Chaos in full-on destruction mode, it's only right the next Demon Primarch returns. The question is, who? Now this is really an open book, which I'll dive into in another upload, but who are the options? Well, we have Fulgrim, Primarch of the Emperor's Children, Perturabo, Primarch of the Iron Warriors, Angron of the World Eaters, and Lorgar of the Word Bearers. One of these big boys is coming back in this campaign. It just has to happen. We can't have the biggest event since the fall of Cadia and not get a Chaos Primarch. Number 3, the return of Leman Russ. Oh yes, no. I'm not going there. As much as I would absolutely love it, I don't think that's going to happen. I'll talk possible Loyalist Primarchs in a separate upload, because I've got some very specific ideas on who could return if they went that route and who is not likely. But I'm really not sure we're going to get a Loyalist Primarch, particularly if we are going to get a Chaos Primarch like I think we will. GW is not going to release 2 Primarchs so close together. If they did, that would be a huge shock to me. So the real number 3, the Emperor, will awaken. What, I hear you cry? He's already awake, Rho. I know. I don't mean literally, just popping awake after a 10,000 year nap. No, what I mean by this is that we will see the clearest and biggest example yet of the Emperor acting on the galactic stage, psychically. We know things are going to be bad for the Imperium. There's going to be deaths and losses in a big way. The Astronomicon may even go out again, although I hope they don't go down that route again. It's anytime there's catastrophe on the horizon, oh, the light's gone out, you know, unless they're going to do it permanently, which again, I don't want them to do, because I really think it's a fantastic symbol of, you know, the light amidst the grim darkness. If that wasn't there, it's too much grim dark. You need that symbol amidst the dark, and that symbolizes it perfectly. Anyway, enough wandering. You get the picture. Things are going to be bad. And just when all hopes seems lost, the Emperor, the master of mankind, will unleash his plan. Because, oh yes, he has a plan. He instructed Guilliman in the throne room in their reunion, and just as all seems lost, the Emperor is going to unleash his psychic might in a counterpunch against chaos. Enough to stop them in their tracks. Not defeat them, but enough to stop this massive offensive. How? Well, who knows? There are a billion possibilities. Am I loyalist Emperor fanboying right now? You bet I am. But some ideas? Well, can you imagine if it was a call out to all the loyalist Primarchs? Oh man, how awesome would that be to read? Somebody write a fan fiction of it right now. We don't need to see all the loyalist Primarchs out there. Just give us the hints. The Emperor's message travelling out through the warp, picked up in all the far reaches, in the depths of the Eye of Terror, within the webway. That would be truly awesome to read. They don't have to return, they just give us the idea that they've heard it. That's enough. But one possibility that I think would be fantastically awesome could even be a reappearance of the fiery spectre of Ferrus Manus. Can you imagine that? Guilliman down on his knees, about to fall to the hands of the latest Chaos Primarch to return, say Fulgrim, only for the Emperor to unleash his power, summoned by the Emperor like in the webway in the novel Master of Mankind, to appear before Fulgrim. Not only is he going to witness his father's power for the first time in over 10,000 years and be shocked by that, but he'll see the face of his beloved brother, Ferrus Manus, inflamed in the Emperor's power. No, it's not a real returning Primarch. Ferrus is very much dead, but we know the Emperor can summon him, at least a fiery, wrathful spectre of him, leading the psychic fire spirits, if you will, of the Emperor's power. Can you imagine Fulgrim's face upon seeing that? Oh, that would be absolutely awesome. GW, if you're listening, you have got to do it now, because my hopes have just gone up to skyrocketed levels. But what do you guys think is going to happen? What major developments do you want? And what major developments do you expect? Because those two are very different things. And do you think it's going to live up to the hype? Fall of Cadia scale or Vigilus scale? What are you expecting and what are you hoping for? As always, drop your thoughts in the comments below. As always, a huge thank you to all of my subscribers. Your support really means a lot to me, it truly does. And if you're new, well then please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. If you enjoyed this particular vid, then why not drop a like on it too. But with that said, I am off, and I'll see you guys again real soon.